Do your duty. Do your duty. You don't know how to do? Now it's time for meditation instruction from 8:30 to 9:30. Today is our 5th day. So last night we can solve the problem because you see at the night time we don't have electricity. Even we don't have electricity, but that night cannot stay there. The night will go by. So what have you done with the night that we don't have electricity? So many people have to use their wisdom to do. Some can do that well, some they don't do it well. Because when you change environment, you have to adjust, you have to adapt. So the people in America who come from USA, nobody this time. You come from USA? You see, normally people in USA, they will move from place to place very often. Maybe you move from south to the north, from east to west, very often. When you move from place to place, that means you have to adjust, you have to adapt. That means you have to use your wisdom. That means you will alert with the changing all the time. So, your life, if you think your life like a camping life, camping life, that means not permanent. It's temporary. When you are here, you have to do the best. When you have some problem, you have to solve the problem in front of you. So the problem will come to you all the time. So I will tell you, all problems in the world, we divided in 3 types. Number 1, my problem. Number 2, your problem. Number 3, you and I problems. That's all. You see that? Only 3 types of problems. 1, my problem. 2, your problem. 3, you and I together. Problem. You see that? So, if my problem, who will solve that problem? Me. I have to solve my problem. You cannot solve my problem. See that? If I can solve your all problems, I would like to do. And then all of you don't have any problem, you see that? But I cannot do that. But your problem, you have to solve your own problem. Can you get me? So you have to know that you have problem or not. Some people, they have problem because they don't know that they have problem. I will show the example. Like in normal, you don't know what happened to your chest, your lung. You don't know. You cannot see. But one day you go to the hospital and you do the film test. You know film test? And then the film shows what happened. You have 2 spots of cancer in your lung. You see? You cannot see your lung by your flesh eye. You have to use the wisdom eye from your technique that you build up X-ray, not normal ray. What is X-ray? X-ray, that means you don't know what that kind of ray. So you put unknown, X, you see that? X and Y, that's unknown letter. So you put X-ray, that means you don't know what kind of that ray. But that ray can lead you to see your lung. See that? Before that, you just use your life in normal. But after you have made the film test and you see 2 spots of cancer in your lung, what happened then? Are you use your life in normal, or you want to what? To see the doctor? You want to find the medicine, or you want to do the chemology? You see, so many ways. See that? Or you don't care about it. Before that, you don't know your problem. But after you do your film test, you see the problem. If you don't go to the hospital, you never know. You are here. Like you came to X-ray your problem. And then you have to see your own problem. No people can see your problem. See that? You have to X-ray your own problem. If you yourself cannot see the problem, and who will see your problem? See that? That's number one. So, what is your problem? What is my problem? Do you know now that all of you don't have any problem now? The problem can go by both body, mind. Body and mind. So now you are not sick in body, in physical. But what happened to your mind? I don't know. You have to know yourself. If I know this, I can go and help you. Cindy? I don't know. You see, even Cindy is in front of me. I don't know what is she thinking now. What is she feeling now? I cannot read her mind. See that? But if Cindy cannot read her mind, and who can read her mind? See that? You are the one who have to read your own mind. Jonathan? You see that? So that's my problem. You have to solve your own problem. You have to find your own problem. Because no one can help you. Okay? I am here as your good friend. I will be good friends and help you to be good environment only. Good words, good advice, but you yourself have to see your own problem. Right? Number one. So number two, your problem, not mine. Who will solve the problem? You have to solve your problem. And if you and I problem, who will solve? Who? Who will solve that problem? Yeah? Both. We have to work together to solve that problem. You see that? That's all problem. So, today, meditation instruction, I would like to come up with the mind problem. Mind, M-I-N-D, mind problem. What is the problem of the mind? By nature, mind not stable. Mind is swinging. Mind is moving all the time. You see, from this morning when you wake up, how many stories that your mind think? So many stories. You think about that, all over the world. And that's all things you never use it. You just think. When you think, what happens? You spend a lot of energy in thinking. Because you cannot control it. By nature, it's going like that. And if you do not start to control, and you never know that you have to control the mind, because you think mind is nature. So nature of mind is working like that. If you don't train, you don't control, and then your mind will bring a lot of problems to your life. From their thinking, from their feeling, you see that bring to you. So you have to learn mind by yourself. And now, this morning, I will come up with taming the ox. You know, the oxen or ox. Taming the ox. It has 10 steps how to taming the ox. So we compare our mind like ox or oxen. See? And this is not normal ox, it's wild ox. This ox lives in the forest. So, first, if you want to tame the ox, how? You have to find the ox first. Where is the ox? You see that? You have to find it. And this is your 5th day. Did you find your ox already? Can you catch your ox? How to catch your ox? You know catching? C-A-T-C-H. You have to know how to catch your ox. Where is your ox now? Where is your ox now? So, when you start to look for your ox, you cannot see at the beginning. The first day that you try to catch your breathing, when you started, your mind was going away. You cannot catch it at the beginning. You try, you use so many techniques. You see that? You try to catch it. When you try, maybe the whole morning you cannot see your ox. Maybe in the afternoon, if you are lucky, you will see what? The footprint of the ox. You see, the footprint of the ox. You know footprint? Yeah. When you see the footprint of the ox, oh, that's the ox. Only footprints. And then you follow the footprint of the ox. Because you want to get your ox, you have to follow the footprint. That means you follow your thinking. Because your mind is what? Feeling, thinking, remembering, and consciousness. That's the 4 functions, remember? That's your mind. You cannot see directly, but you see from the function that your mind do their duty. Okay? Then, when you follow the footprint, finally, you see a glimpse, a glimpse of the ox. You see at the back of the ox, not the whole ox. Glimpse, glimpse, G-L-I-M-P-S-E. A glimpse of the ox. You see, oh, I see it. Did you see now? Can you see the glimpse of your ox? Or you see the whole ox? When you see, after you see the glimpse of the ox, you just go straight to the ox. And then you will see the whole body of the ox. At the time, you want to catch the ox. How to catch that ox? You have to use a rope. A rope, R-O-P-E. To catch the ox. What is the rope? The rope, that's your awareness. When you see that you have awareness, that you see it, you use the rope to catch the ox. And you catch the ox, and you put the rope into the nose of the ox. See that? When the ox pulling by your rope from its nose, what happened to the ox? The ox will follow you, or the ox will fight you. They will fight, they will try to get away from you. See that? That's the process. So, if you practice this, you will see so many things happen to you because of your ox fighting you. Sometimes you feel that your body getting bigger like this. Somebody, you feel that your body is floating from the floor. You see, that's the way that your ox fighting. It come out many things, many ways. Each person is come out different ways. That's the way of fighting of the ox. Some of you can see something. I don't know. Each of you will see by yourself. If you practice, that's the way that your mind is fighting you. And then, when the ox try to get away from you, you have to use your technique. How to control your ox. So, you use carrots and sticks. Carrots and sticks. You know carrot. That means you please, you talk to yourself, don't go away, you stay with me. I roaming around the world, it's tired, useless. Come and stay here and now, stay with me. When your mind and body stay together, that you are in one, that your life is perfect. But if your body is here, but your mind is in Russia, what happens? You suffer because your mind is not here. Like you are here, but you I don't like here. I think in Russia it's better. You see that you are not here anymore. That you are suffering. So where you are, you have to be there. Here is the best of you right now, not the other place, because the other place you cannot go. So here and now is the best for you now. You see that? The other place meaningless for you now. Even what? To Versailles, you have been to Versailles? Where is Versailles? Versailles Palace, yeah, in France. Have you been there? Huh? Yeah. They have very beautiful garden at the back. Versailles. Meaningless for you, Versailles, but here is the best. You see that? That means you have to talk to yourself. Here is the best. Don't go anywhere. If you are here and you feel bad with here, that means you are in hell. You know hell? H-E-L-L. Hell. Hell in your feeling. That's the real hell in your feeling. Have you been to hell before? Right? You have been there. Are you going there again? Tomorrow I will bring the picture from lower hall to see that you have to read your mind. All feeling that you are there. When you're really joyful, you are really happy, you're really excited with something, that means you are in the heaven. At that moment, see that. And that change all the time. So that's your mind. So, you talk to yourself that here is the bed, and then your mind will calm down and stay with you. If your mind cannot stay with you, you have to use the stick now. How to use the stick? To control your ox. How? Number one, you stretch your back, your spine, and take long breath. Take it as long as possible until it's full. And then you say, if I cannot stop my thinking, I will not breathe anymore. Stop your breathing. How long that you can stop breathing? Until you die. How long? How many minutes? Pardon? What kind of that? 10? What else? You have to refer from what? The research. If you think maybe right from your things, but not the right from the research. How long that you can stop breathing? I don't know. It depends on the people also, the lung. And from the research of the cross, the Red Cross, that they have done the research. The people who get sink, they sunk in the water. They can stay in the water only 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, no more. You cannot help. But if in 15 minutes, you can help them. But they're not guarantee that's what happened to your brain, but you're still alive. In 15 minutes, just stop breathing. That's the knowledge from research. See that? So, this by sticks. If you stop breathing, and nature of mind can think only one thing in one time. When you bring back to stop your breathing, and your mind will come back to your breathing, because breathing is your life. See that? Breathing is life. So mind will stop the other thinking and come back to your breathing. That's the technique. To practice and you observe, you will see.
Do you have any strategies for holding your breath? Like someone once showed me that if you put your tongue to the roof of your mouth, then it's a good strategy, but I was wondering if you have any other ones.
The longest that you want to hold your breathing, you just take very long breath until end, and then you stop and you count and you take the air more and more until you cannot do it anymore. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, you try, and then at the end. See that? That's the technique. And if you try the stick and your mind stop only in a moment and will going away again. So the next to put more sticks to your mind. How? stop eating. That means you fast. This story happened to the monk in the northern part of Thailand. One monk, monk who pilgrim or who walk in the jungle, that he live alone in the jungle, a monk. This monk really disciplined because he had to live alone in the jungle because there are many dangerous things around him. So he has to be very disciplined, that monk. And he stay under the umbrella that we call in Thai, grot. Grot, that means the umbrella that to cover you. You have seen that kind of picture? And then you have the mosquito net to cover you. You stay in there at the night time. See, that's the monk. Stay in the jungle. And then in the morning, he will come to the village to get the food from the villagers. Like in the morning, that Quentin and Tindi came this morning. You have seen. That's the way that that's the monk's duty. If the monk don't go to get the food offering from the villagers, they are not the monk. To get the food from the villagers, that's the duty of the monk. To get the food from the villagers, not only to get the food. There are many advantages from that activity. Number one, the monk can do the exercise in the morning. You see, exercise, they have to walk. And then we walk down from the top of the hill. You see, this my muscle stiff now. And I told Cindy and Quentin, you have to count from the top down to the hill. That means you can do your meditation, from walking meditation. You see. And when you count, and the other thing around you that go by, meaningless. Even when you walk in the market, so many people look at you, how do they feel? Not your business, you see that. You just stay with yourself. You can see very clear that I said about your problem and the other problem. If you can control yourself, you can see yourself, the other problem, not your problem. That I said yesterday or the day before yesterday. I don't mind. How do you feel to me? But if I mind, if I feel to you, if it's feeling bad to you, I will have that feeling, and I bite yourself, I hurt myself. You see that? So you can learn from that. This morning when you walk, you see. Did you observe that? Did you observe that?
Yes.
Yeah, you can see from your experience. See that? And then, not only to get the food, exercise, and number two, the monk have to show what? To show the peaceful life to the people. The people, when they open the door in the morning, the monks in front of the house with the peaceful life, he show the way of life. See that? See? Oh, it's wonderful. So the villagers will absorb that image, that picture to their mind. That can help the villagers. You see that? So the monk have to show the peaceful life to the people. See that? And then the monk give a chance to the villagers to get rid of selfish. That's giving. That means you get rid of your selfish. When you can give more, and then you will have the happier, more happier. See that? Even you think you want to give something to someone, how do you feel? When you think you want to give this thing to someone, how do you feel? You feel comfortable. You see that? But if you think, I want to get something from someone, what do you feel? Not comfortable. Because you don't have, you want to get from someone. But when you think you want to give something to someone, you feel great. You see, that's the way that the monk teach the villagers in the morning. For me, if I don't want to go for food offering, I don't worry about the food. I have enough money to buy the food. You know, my pension, I got about 60,000 baht per month. 60,000. That means 3,000 equal 100 US. 3,000 baht. This 60,000. How many US dollars? That's enough for survive in USA also. Not plenty, but enough to survive. You see that? You see that? So, but not because of I don't want to get the food from the villagers, but that's the duty of the monk that I have said. So we have learned from that we can see our mind, we can control our mind in the morning. That's from the practice. Okay, come back to our ox. Where is our ox now? You still what? Use the stick to the ox. I am talking about the life of monk who walk in the forest and stay in the forest. His name Mahanaka. Naka that means holy. Maha that means the great holy monk. You see that? That's I translate in that way. He put his umbrella in the jungle. In the morning, he came to the village for food offering. And then the head of the villagers, he is a widow. You know, widow. That means his wife passed away. He lived with his beautiful daughter, only one. He really loved his daughter very much because he has only one daughter. And that morning, his daughter come down to give the food to the monk. See, and the monk normally really disciplined when going like this. Did you observe this morning? You know this? And we don't know what happened that morning. The monk just turned his eyes up, and the ladies turned her eyes up also, and then eyes contact, and then the ladies have love feeling to the monk at that moment, and she cannot control her bowl, the rice bowl. Her bowl fall down. No? And the monk have that feeling also. But the monk has been trained enough so he can control his bowl. After that, the monk returned back to his umbrella in the forest. And he thinks, oh, I don't know, maybe I have to get out from the monkhood to get married with that lady that he thought. And then the ladies, the daughter of the head, the villagers, the head of the villagers, cry. And she requests her father to take the monk to get married with her. What happened? Her father very loved his daughter, so he will do for his daughter. He came to the monk and request, okay, monk, come out to get married with my daughter. I have a lot of properties. You can live the whole life without suffering. See that? What do you think? Do you want to come out? So, the monk have two-minded fighting in himself. You know two-minded? The other one, oh, it's good to go out. The other one, no, I will not go. So it's fight. But at the time he made a decision. He told the head of villagers, oh, go back. You don't do this. That's the great sin that you want to make the monk back to the layman. So the head of villagers go back, and before he leaves, he said, if you are ready, you can come out anytime. He is open for the monk. So after that, the monk have to fight with him. He have to fight with himself. How to? The first morning, he went to the village to get the food from the villagers. When he came back, he gave the food to the animal. He stopped eating first day. He drink only water, and he asked himself, do you want to go out? He said, yes, I want to go out. Okay, first day by. The second day comes. He asked the same question, and the answer is still the same. He want to go out. From first day up to 7 days that he stopped eating. He still want to go out, but his answer softened. You know soften? Soft. S-O-F-T. Soften. Like, yes, I want to go out. Because after 7 days, he doesn't have much energy. But his mind still want to go out. And he said, okay, if you want to go out, tomorrow I will stop drinking water. See, that's the stick. And then on the 8th day, he asked himself, he said, oh, I want to go out. You see that? Still want to go out. And he stopped drinking for the second day, that means the 9th day. And then his answer come out that he will not go out anymore. So he won himself. After 9 days, 7 days of fasting food, and 2 days of stop drinking water. So we have a chance to read his story. If he lose, that means he have to go out, and we don't know about his story at all. Nobody will write this story for us. And I don't have a chance to tell you about Mahana's story, you know that. So that's the stick to control your mind. Today, how many people fast? Show your hand. Fasting. Today. 1, 2, 3. Okay. How about tomorrow? Up to you. You are free. Because this is not compulsory. Up to you. And tomorrow, I will be the one to be your friend. I will stop eating also. This means I will fast with you. And then when we have time, when we can come and talk about the benefit of fasting tomorrow. If you want to fast tomorrow, you can write your name down on the paper today. That means tomorrow you want to fast with me, you want to fast with the other people. And the people who fast today, if you want to continue tomorrow, that's great. You are welcome. Okay? That's the way how to use the stick with your mind. Okay? Last time, it has about 18% stop fasting with me. And then we came here to discuss about the benefit or the fruitful from stop eating or fasting. What the thing will come out to your life. So your life laboratory, lab, lab, L-A-B, laboratory, that you can experiment your life. If you do the same, you never know what's different. If you came here, you eat the same, you sleep the same, you do everything the same as before, there's nothing changed, you see that. So this is the time that you want to learn from your life. You have to change your activity. Okay? So, that's the way. So, after you fight with your bull until you use the stick, that means you don't give the grass to the bull. You don't give the water to the bull. And the bull will very cruel at that time, because they don't have grass or the food. So what happened to the bull? The bull will fight you, but the bull will lose their energy, and then the bull will calm down. They don't have enough energy to fight you anymore. The bull or your mind will calm down. But when it's fighting, you have to be ready at the beginning, when they don't have food. See that. When your bull calm down, and then what are you going to do with that? And then that's your chance to train your bull. What do you want to use your bull? To plow or to ride on the back of the bull? You see, you can try. But at the beginning, the bull maybe they refuse you to sit on its back. But when you make friends with the bull, and the bull will be ready, and then after that, you can sit on the back of the bull. You see that? And then after that, you can riding your bull back home. That means you can use your mind in many ways. You're riding your bull back home. No more dangerous. How come at that time? You see that? Here, they have 10 steps. I will read for you. That's very great way to taming the bull. 1. Searching the bull. 2. Finding the track. Discovering the footprint. Finding the path. P-A-T-H. The path. Finding the path. 3. Number 3. Step 3. First glimpse. G-L-I-M-P-S-E. First glimpse of the ox. That means first glimpse of the ox. Perceiving the bull. Perceive. That means you perceive the bull, the picture or the image of the bull. perceiving the bull. You see true self. You see true self. That's because transcendental. You see in the ox now. So step 3, you can see the ox. Step 4, catching the ox. So you see and you catching the ox. Lightly grasp the rope. You lightly, not do it very hard. Lightly try very softly. Lightly grasp, grasp. Lightly grasp the rope and not let it go. Lightly grasp the rope. Not let your ox go anywhere. Not let it go. Stubborn. You know stubborn? That you don't obey. The stubborn man used his whip. Use his whip, you know whip, the previous IP, whip. Yarn for sweet grasses. So stick or carrot, up to you. So step 5, that's the time of taming. Step 5, taming the ox. Hold the nose rope. That means you put the rope in the nose of the ox. Hold the nose rope tight. T-I-G-H-T, tight. Hold the nose rope tight. Not allow the ox to roam. R-O-A-M, roam. Not allow the ox to roam. That means you don't let your mind go anywhere. It must follow the master. You are the master. So your ox have to follow you. Your mind have to follow you. See that? Whip and rope. You know, whip and rope. You pull the rope. Whip and rope are necessary. This time you use both whip and rope. Are necessary. He became gentle. The ox became gentle after whip and rope to control him. Obey his master. Now your mind obey you or not? I don't know. Obey his master. Herding the ox. H-E-R-D-I-N-G. Herding. H-E-R-D-I-N-G. Herding. Herding the ox. That means you control with what? Tether and whip. What is tether? T-E-T-H-E-R. Tether. English speaking, you know tether? What is tether? Pardon? T-E-T-H-E-R.
Oh, tether, tie.
Tie, huh?
Tether,
Okay.
tie it down.
Tie, huh? Tie and whip. Okay. Number 6, riding the ox home. Yes, you are comfortable now. You are the winner. Riding the ox home. Riding free as air. Riding free as air. The voice of my flute in tone. Flute, you know flute? Tu, 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 tu. The voice of my flute in tone. That means you play the flute and riding the ox home. That means you are very happy at the time. So when you work very hard, you have to know your future. The struggling is over. That means no more suffering, no more struggling. Struggling is over. Coming home on the ox back. Clear? Coming home on the ox back. That means you ride on the back of the ox. Coming home. Step 7. Ox forgotten. Ox forgotten. Forgotten the ox. Ox forgotten. Self alone. That means no more ox. Only you. This step. No more ox. Only you. Self alone. Idle whip. Idle. I-D-E-R. I-D-L-E. Idle. Idle. Whip. The P-H-I-P. Idle whip. And idle rope. That means idle, not real one. Idle rope. Whip. Idle rope and idle whip are lying. That means no control, but it seems like we have whip and rope. No control at all. The bull, transcendente, peace and happiness. The bull, transcendente, peace and happiness. That's the step 7. Almost there now. Step 8. Both ox and self forgotten. Step 8. No more ox, no more self. What happened? That means you see what? You see illusion. Nothing. Bull and ox. Both ox and self forgotten. Whip, rope, ox, and man alike belong to emptiness. Everything back to emptiness now. Nothing. And all delusive feelings. You know delusive. All delusive feelings have perished, P-E-R-I-S-S-E-D, have perished, and ideas of holiness. Idea of holiness, too, have vanished. Now, no I. No. In quotation, I, no I. That you see the emptiness from here. Both bull and self transcended. T-R-A-N-S-C-E-N-D-E-D. Transcended. Both bull and self. Ox and the man gone out of sight. Ox and the man gone out of sight. That means you cannot see anymore. The step 9, almost end now. Returning to the source. Returning to the source. S-O-U-R-C-E. Back to the source. What is the source? Nature. and back to the source. That means nature. The last one, entering the market. You entering the market, that means you walk to the market. And entering the marketplace with helping hand. To come to help the other people. That means you finish your life. You finish your work for your life. You see that? That's 10 steps of taming your ox. That's the end of your life. That means the step 10, not for you, for all people in the world. You live for the other people. For you yourself, you finish your work. You don't want to work anymore because you know. You back to what? The source. You back to the emptiness. You back to nature. There's no I, the only emptiness, voidness or illusion. You see that? That's the end of the taming the ox. Is it clear, ladies? Time is over. Before I end this, I would like to explain a little bit about ego. Some people may think that ego stay with you all the time, but in fact no, not all the time. It comes to you when you lack of mindfulness, and your emotion will step in, and then defilement will disturb your mind. I will show the example. One day, I stay in row that you call queue. You stay with the queue to buy the train ticket. You know, in the row. I want to buy train ticket. During I standing, nothing happened. Who am I? I just a man who doing my duty to buy the ticket before I take the train. You see that? About 10 minutes, young boy came in front of me. That means he cut the queue. What happened? That's my context, my eyes see. I think this is not the right thing to do. So I feel I got angry with that boy. Why you do this? Say, stand. Why you stay here? You have to go back. Do you think that ego come or not? Ego come at that point, at that moment. Before that, there's no ego. You just do your duty. You see that? But when you have ego, you get angry because that people come late, and then they come in front of you. You will think that people, they have done something wrong, so you get very angry. Where is anger? Appear in your mind. And that anger hurt whom? Hurt yourself, you see that? So when you have, any time when you have ego, you hurt yourself. Yes?
What about teaching younger people boundaries, appropriate behavior, and the young person, even bigger ego, for me more important. Is it not okay to tell this person?
I don't know about his feeling. Yeah, but I showed this example. You see that this happened to me. This real, not the story that I have made. It's real thing that happened to me. I still remember. And at the time when I got angry, what happened to my thinking? Thinking bad. What happened to my speech? I speak very bad. What happened to my face? Not very beautiful to look. See that? Everything changed.
So maybe speak, but not with anger.
If that people step in front of you. When have contact and your mindfulness step in, you will bring the right wisdom come. And then you will see, oh, this is not the right thing. So your mind still calm. Your mind still normal. And then you use your normal mind to talk to the boy. You will talk very politely, you see that? It doesn't mean that you don't do your duty. You do, but you don't do with your ego. Is it clear, this example? You see that? You can do your duty in front of you. Because that boy, they have done the wrong thing. Because they came after they should stay at the back. So, when you see, and your mind calm, your mind is normal, that's the most, you are not sick, you know. Ego just means you are sick. You are the sick person, you know, sick, S-I-C-K. You are the sick person. When you are sick, and then your word sick, your action sick, everything sick, and then you will hurt that boy. If that boy have ego, what happens? Well, the fighting will come, you see that. That ego and ego will kill each other. And see that? This is very good example. I still remember for life. It's real, not the story made. You see that? So I would like to share with you. Can you bring this story to use for your daily life? When you get in touch or you have contact, you have to keep your mind in normal. Then you have to think how to do with it. If that people do something wrong, you can talk politely, talk softly, and then that shows you are the good man. You see that? If you say some bad word, that you are not very good man. You see that you show the bad thing to the people. That's the reflection of life. So I will stop my instruction of meditation this morning by you are what you think. You are what you feel. You are what you talk. You are what you do. See? You are what you think. If you are good people, you will think good. If you are bad, you will think bad. You see that? You are what you think. You are what you feel. If you feel good, you are good. If you are feeling bad, you are bad. See that? And you are what you talk. The words that you speak out reflect your life. If you say something to your friend before you go to bed, you say, oh, good night and have a good dream. That means you don't understand your life at all. Because good night and they should sleep tight, not a good dream. When you sleep, no need to have to work again. You see that? Can you get that? So, if you say good night and sleep tight, that means you know your life. The time for sleep, not the time for dream. Why have you to dream? You do the real thing better than the dream. See that? That's the reflection of talking. So, your words will tell who are you. See that? That's the reflection. And you are what you do. You are what you wear. Okay, you see? Even from your hair on your head, that from you are what you do can tell your thing. And you are what you eat, you see? That from do, only one word can go many activities. You are what you eat. This word they use in many aspects. Right? You can see the people who overweight. That means you can see when she eats. You are what you eat. Right? You can see that. So, this is the conclusion of my talk this morning. Thank you very much. And you are welcome that you can pass by the 5th day. And we are good friends. Remember, you have to have good feeling to your good friends, and then you will live happily. Thank you and thank you. You follow the leader. When the leader say, and then you will bow down in the same time. Okay, leader.
Anjali Vandana Anjali Vandana Anjali Anjali Vandana Anjali.
We don't have electricity, yeah? Electricity, we don't have? No? Good.